As a classical music student, the most exciting thing I got to do during my studies was traveling to international festivals and academies. There are thousands of these instrument-specific events all around the world, and for classical musicians like myself, these are places where we can actually figure out what we want to do as musicians, what kinds of music we love, who we might want to learn from, and the kinds of people we want to make music with. We get to meet professors from all around the world and make lifelong friendships with like-minded creatives. Now, as a saxophonist myself, here's my controversial opinion. Saxophone events are the best kind of events, ever. From classical to jazz and contemporary to commercial music, the saxophone today is the most ridden for instrument in the world. This makes international saxophone events incredibly diverse, not just in cultures, but also in musical genres and styles. This video is not just about how amazing these international classical music festivals can be. It's not even just about how amazing and unique the saxophone is as an instrument. This video is actually about the magic of friendship. Today, we're going to look firsthand into an international event that was built from the ground up by a group of friends from faraway lands who met at international events just like this one, and chased their dream to create a place just like they had for the next generation of musicians. This is the Asia Pacific Saxophone Academy. So let's talk about the friends in question. This is the first Amigo quartet. In 2008, the core of the group met at the Londex competition. It was these two, Tak-Chu Wong and Leslie Wong, who had the idea to start a saxophone academy in the East. The Amigo quartet was also more of an Amigo collective, a group of friends that would tour and perform all around the world in groups of 4, 8, and even 5.
From the very start of the formation of the Amigo Saxophone Quartet, with me, Tak-Chu and Josh, from the day one we say, okay, we needed to do a camp. The only camp that I know of was Gap, but I couldn't afford to fly myself all the way to France and stay there for such a long time.
Yeah, in Amigo, we always have the phrase "pourquoi of why not when a new or a weird idea comes up. We always say, ooh, why not? A friend of us asked, you want to really start an Amigo came, and we said, yeah, why not? We just go for it, and we learn from doing it from beginning.
Actually, the idea of APSA came after the idea of Amigo Saxophone Quartet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so in 2008, after that, me and Tak-Chu kept in touch. We hang out more and we know more about each other. And we decided, okay, let's do something together. It was an idea to help develop saxophone in the region. I came back to Singapore in 2012 after my studies, and I think in 2014 we had the opportunity to host our first APSA in Kesesat University, which they were very generous to lend us the venue. Initially it was just like Tak-Chu bring some students, I bring some students, and hopefully we have some artists that will attract some students to get more people interested in classical saxophone in the region.
But in reality, we just enjoy having friends, great artists, teacher, and bringing over our students, having good times, share with the knowledge, the love and passion of music and saxophone. And we just group together, we have a good time, and then we say why not for the next one.
From the first day, it has always been about friendship. Like last night, we had Kenneth getting everyone together, mingling together. I think that was the idea from the first time, like having Thai students with Singapore students, with Hong Kong students, now with Australian students, Korean students, Japanese students, all coming together and forming a community where we have generations of saxophonists coming together in the region and creating something together. I think that's the idea. Rather than being the biggest, we just want to create a community for our students and our students' students.
In the last 10 years, APSA has grown tremendously. They have seen a total of 478 participants from 19 different countries, and a total of 101 different faculty. Recent guest artists have included Nobuya Sugawa, Jean-Yves Fourmeau, Toshikazu Nagase, Tyler Sullivan, and this year featured Daniel Gautier.
Saxophone right and left and in the middle, the real saxophone world. It's great to have that in that compact time. It's very intense. It's from the very morning to the late night. We see many students in one day, but we want to give them each of them the better information that they can take home, because they cannot change everything in that short time, but the goal is to give them something that they can take home.
What are you the most proud of achieving in the last 10 years?
I think the most proudest thing is seeing a lot of students coming from different countries only because of the faculty and the vibes and the love of the saxophone and music. That is the most proud thing for me.
Nowadays there are a lot of saxophone workshop or saxophone camp all over the world, but I really love the atmosphere here, which everyone brought, the teacher and the student, everyone is so warm welcome. Of course, the main task is we play music, learn music all together, but more important, we make friends. That's really I feel more proud of this camp, yes. The people.
It has become a highlight of my students. Two of my students, actually, they've been here as students, they've been here as interns, and two of them are actually faculty this year. So I'm very proud of that, and to see their career to grow into what it is.
我觉得 APSA 最大的成就是成长。从第一届我们跌跌撞撞的来做这个教育，还有带一些新的音乐进来，到现在其实你可以感受到整个音乐的丰富度，还有内容，还有深度，其实都是非常的很有国际水准的。我觉得这是最棒的成长。然后学生的成长也是非常看得到的。很多学生第一次来，甚至连音阶都吹不好，但是现在已经都能够站在舞台上吹出很棒的音乐，这个也是一个很大的成长。
เขาถามว่าพี่ก็แบบว่าบอกยากแต่ก็ชอบทุกปีอะไรอย่างเงี้ยก็คือหมายถึงว่าแบบปีก็ได้ดูคอนเสิร์ตด้วยเจอนักเรียนเจอทีมงานแบบทำงานด้วยกันแล้วรู้สึกดีสบายใจอะไรอย่างเงี้ยประมาณนี้
그냥 매년 계속 행복합니다. 처음에 저희가 이걸 시작했을 때 30대 초반이었는데 이제는 다들 40대 초반이 됐거든요. 그리고 다들 아빠가 됐고 이제 그랬는데 그냥 오래 이어졌으면 좋겠다. 그래서 올해 이 친구들을 봤으면 좋겠다 말고는 뭐 다른 걸로는 없는 것 같습니다.
いやもうすごく大きなアカデミーに成長したなと思います。最初そうやってもう本当に個人的にレスリーとタクシーを始めたけど、もう今やセルマーとかバンドレンとかすごく大きなスポンサーが今年はねいらしてないけどセルマーさんとか毎年セルマーもバンドレンも来てくれるようになって、でもう世界的に有名なゲストの人も毎年来てくれるようになって、もうかなりサックスの世界では認知されているイベントになってきていると思うので、それはもう本当に素晴らしいなと思います。
ครับก็สำหรับผมเนี่ยAPSAเนี่ยผมรู้สึกว่านอกจากการเรียนรู้แซกโซโฟนที่เข้มข้นแล้วเนี่ยมันยังมีเรื่องอื่นที่มากกว่านั้นด้วยไม่ว่าจะเป็นเรื่องของ society หรือจะเป็นเรื่องของสภาพแวดล้อมในการเรียนการสอนที่ไม่ใช่แค่เรียนแซกโซโฟนเสร็จแล้วก็แยกย้ายหลังจากนั้นไม่ว่าจะเป็นการแฮงเอาท์หรือว่าการพูดคุยเล่นกันหรือว่าคอนเนคชั่นต่างๆเนี่ยมันทำให้ผมรู้สึกว่าที่นี่อบอุ่นมากๆแล้วก็เป็นเหมือนครอบครัวเดียวกันครับ
とても影響し合っててすごくいいと思う。生徒たちもここに来てからとても上手になって、逆にみんなを聞いて影響されてすごく生徒たちが上手になってるのが嬉しい。
Like at that time we didn't really have a regional repertoire. There wasn't stuff that comes from here. And so one of the goals that came about, probably 5, 6, 7 years ago was really to start doing that. So with things like the competition, that's a real good way of pushing repertoire. So it's been a real conscious goal to put regional repertoire in that competition. We've also had composition competitions where we've had composers compose for saxophone and piano, compose for saxophone quartet, and I think also solo saxophone from the region. And so we've had some really great pieces premiered to kind of create repertoire that makes sense here, that is kind of coherent to this region and to these students, and so it speaks to them.
It was before COVID started. My friend TY, he was waiting for a baby, and that was funny because he was here. He just arrived, and then the wife called him, "The baby's coming, the baby's coming." And I was actually very sad because I was like, I wanted to be here. If you go, it's not be the same. But then he came again. So it was nice, it was fun, everything went well.
But that's not just it for APSA. Even after 10 years, the faculty is still looking to grow APSA under their founding motto, Pourquoi pas? Why not?
Still try my best to bring more students from Macau here, and also I would like to try my best to connect more of the player here to Macau. Yeah, maybe to bring. I already did bring the octet, the Amigo octet, in 2018. Right after this, actually, right after APSA, we went to Macau for performance. So maybe more stuff like this in the future, more opportunity would be very nice.
Yeah.
Once again, yeah, with the student too, maybe. Yeah.
Okay, I think that's.
Actually, personally, I would love to bring Belgian students or saxophone players here. And I'm thinking about a way to do that because, of course, it's the distance, but I think they would benefit a lot from it, and not only from the camp, but to visit the country and to the context. Because like how everything started here is just because of for a couple of people starting to play together, and it's really nice. This connection.
I think this is the place where we can sort of share our message with the world, and I think at the moment it's normal, we travel to different places, but I think every year more people are coming here, and I think that's really exciting, and I just want to see that continue to grow.